Hello, today would have been the birthday of John Sainsbury, who, among others, founded the supermarket chain and donated a considerable sum of money to the Sainsbury Wing, a part of the National Gallery. This was built in 1990, and he found the part of the design to be not to his liking, but it was decided to continue with these two false columns that didn't have any structural value, but the architect thought looked appropriate, but John Sainsbury did not think were appropriate. And so he wrote a note which he dropped surreptitiously into the pillars when they were being built, so that it was hidden. But in the recent renovations of the Sainsbury Wing, this note inside one of these pillars, which was being destroyed to make way for something different, was discovered. And the note runs like this: "If you have found this note, you must be engaged in demolishing one of the false columns that have been placed in the foyer of the Sainsbury Wing. I believe that the false columns are a mistake, and that we will live to regret agreeing to them. Let it be known that one of the donors of this building is absolutely delighted that your generation has decided to dispense with the unnecessary columns." If that isn't an "I told you so" from beyond the grave, because John Sainsbury died in 2022 at the age of 94. If that isn't an "I told you so," I think I've never heard one. He's saying very clearly, I was right and you were wrong. And it made me think about how we behave when that sort of situation occurs, because it is very easy, if we're right and prove to be right when perhaps our advice was not taken, it is very difficult not to be smug and even harder sometimes not to actually say out loud, "I told you so." But it really isn't a very helpful thing to say. And of course I think we realise that when we're on the other side of it, because if we've ploughed on with something when someone else told us not to do it, and they have every right to say to us, "I told you so," it's not a comfortable feeling, and it's even less comfortable if they do actually say it. I suppose the only upside, if they do say it, is that you can have a little smugness yourself that you will perhaps be more generous than they were. But it's not a comfortable position to be in the wrong. But I think how we deal with being in the right is quite important, because we can be gentle and generous towards the person who's been wrong and who must be feeling hurt and upset by that, perhaps a little humiliated and diminished. And so they need encouragement and support. They do not need to be told, "I told you so."